Hi there, beautiful souls. Welcome back, or welcome to The Hawk and I. My name is Lana Zelinsky, and I work in the spirit dimensions. And as always, in all my videos, simply take what resonates, and you're welcome to leave the rest right here. I think most of us, perhaps all of us, have struggled at some point on our journey with worthiness, feeling worthy, unconditional self love, giving ourselves a break once in a while. We often base our worthiness on what other people think. Sometimes we've got some old programming to work through and heal. We're often told things about ourselves that may not necessarily be true. How other people view us is often what we gauge how we feel about ourselves. That worthiness, that self love. And I think that when we get to that crossroad where we realize that we're not investing much time in our own healing or acknowledging our own worthiness or just sitting with ourselves and feeling that worthiness within, that light within, that self love within. And sometimes some of us just need to learn how to love ourselves unconditionally. It's been a big part of not only my journey, but many people that come to see me. We have this conversation and we dive deep into some sessions with feeling that worthiness and understanding that it's okay to feel worthy and loved and that it comes from you. It does feel good when other people recognize that our own worthiness and recognize our great qualities. But that's not where the root of our worthiness should be growing from. We need to tap in and feel that. We are source energy. We are here on a journey of learning. Sometimes it's really hard and difficult to understand. And sometimes the journey levels itself out and can be easy. But the bumps on the road and the scars that life gives us sometimes affects how we feel about ourselves. Our worthiness affects many things. How you feel about yourself affects your physical well-being. If you're never happy about yourself, our physical bodies do have a response to that. If I'm never happy with myself and my thoughts are always negative towards my physical body is going to have a physical response and struggle with that. It's the same thing with unconditional love. If you only love the good parts of yourself and you are really hard and critical on what you deem isn't perfect, you're going to have a response to that. Perhaps it may be some anxiety. Perhaps it may be, that feeling of lack of, not good enough for. And sometimes it holds us back into trying new things. I'm not good enough to do that, or I'm not pretty enough, or good looking enough, or perhaps I'm just not capable of. And when we kind of sit in that, we limit ourselves from experiences. So let's talk a little bit about the worthiness and how to tap into ways to kind of feel it and to kind of allow yourself to have a little bit of a spiritual practice into understanding that you are source energy and you are so worthy. Not feeling worthy also affects our manifestations. If you're asking for the universe for something and you're working on manifesting, but you don't feel worthy of it coming, it interrupts the manifesting process because you just don't feel worthy enough to have good things. We also become very robotic. We are very good at checking off the boxes of the to-do lists and looking after other people. And we're really good at leaning into what needs to be done for other people. But you matter too. So I'm going to share with you some of my spiritual practices on worthiness and self-love. And these spiritual practices, you're welcome to tweak them and make it your own. You're welcome to take what I do and give it a try. But I start off my day feeling worthy while I'm getting ready. Spiritual practices don't have to take extra time. I insert my spiritual practices in things that I'm already doing. I do a lot of self-talk and I feel it. I take those words to my heart and I feel it. While I'm getting ready, Lana, you are worthy of an amazing day. And I feel that worthiness about myself. I also remind myself that this is my journey and I'm worthy of experiencing it. I'm worthy of the learning. I'm so worthy of great things coming in. I also remind myself that it's okay to learn. Being worthy of trial and error on your journey. I remind myself of that. I also remind myself that I am doing the best that I can. I'm really doing the best that I can today. And I tap into that and I feel that. I also feel the energy that I put out. I put out energy of love to all people. And I want to feel that as well. I want to feel my own love that I put out. I bring that into my awareness. I also journal. I journal a lot about my worthiness. And the reason that I like to journal is journal gives me my own personal space. When I journal, it's my own personal space to express how I feel about myself. Sometimes it's hard to look in the mirror when you're getting ready in the morning and just feel that worthiness and talk to yourself about how worthy you really are. I also like to remind myself several times a day that I'm learning. I'm learning. We seem to have this notion that everything we do all the time has to be perfect. Sometimes things are perfectly imperfect. And it's about being able to tap into, I did the best I could with that today. And perhaps you can recognize that there is a better way, or you can try again. And it's okay to feel that. When we don't feel worthy, it also opens up a bit of an energy to bring in that from other people. If we don't feel worthy of good things and if we don't have that self love, it's really hard to be a vibrational match to other people to feel that worthiness. If we go in not feeling worthy, quite often we get that energy back from other people. It kind of raises the vibration, if you will. If I feel worthy of great things and I feel loved unconditionally, I'm putting that out there. And quite often, most likely, that is what's coming back to me. Now, sometimes things do arrive in our path to teach us something, whether that be people, whether that be situations. The learning does surface even with all the positivity and all the right things and staying in alignment. We do run into things that are going to teach us, and it's about looking at it from that point of alignment. What do I have to learn? Because I'm worthy of the learning. The other thing that really helps me is I will ask myself quite often, how does source energy think about me? What does source feel towards me? What do my spirit guides think? They know I'm here to learn and they're supporting me here in my learning. And I want to stay open to feeling that unconditional love from the spirit dimensions while I learn, while I navigate through these moments that may feel difficult. But I'm worthy. I'm worthy of great things, and I'm worthy of the learning, and I'm worthy of picking myself back up, dusting myself back off. I'm worthy of love from myself. There's a little bit, sometimes for some people, a little bit of, well, if I love myself, it's a conceited or a selfish or an ego thing. It's very different to love ourselves and feel our own love than to walk around with an arrogant vibration. Very different. It's very, very different. I love myself to do the best that I can. And I love myself to take better care of myself, to try every day to give myself, whether it be a little bit of time, whether it be a little bit of spiritual time, whether it be some time to meditate or a walk or some time just to sit still. I insert these moments in my day and incorporate them with everything that I do. Even something as simple as eating a salad. I just remind myself that in this moment, I'm taking good care of myself because I'm worth it. I'm worth it. And those little things, I know it's really small, but those little things that you can kind of acknowledge that you're doing for yourself helps feeling worthy. Going through and healing some of that old programming, interrupting those thoughts. If someone, ever told you along your journey that you weren't good enough to do it, try it again. Try it on your own. It's really funny. This is going to sound, a little bit odd, but I am not a great dancer. And I've been told that along the way. And it's very small, I know, but I'm not a great dancer. I've got 2 left feet. But I dance anyway. I dance anyway. And I know that's a really minor thing to bring forward here, but it's those little things that really help tap into your self-esteem, your self-confidence, that self-love, your worthiness. Bringing in the vibration of joy. What makes you happy? What makes your soul sing? And putting down any fears of it not going well for you. Give something new a try. Perhaps, you may have at one point in your journey really liked art, but perhaps you were told you weren't good enough, or, you're not going to be a world famous artist. It's never too late to pick it up now. You don't have to be world famous to feel worthy. If it calls your soul, pick it up, give it a try, and feel that. Feel how worthy you are of trying again. Feel how worthy you are. Feeling worthy is a huge, huge, huge part of being able to tap into your own spirituality. Because source energy loves you unconditionally. Source energy feels you are worthy of great things here on your physical journey. Source energy feels that you are here to learn and you are supported. Tap into that within you. I do hope this little chit chat on worthiness and some tips on tapping into feeling worthy and loving yourself gives you a little something to think about. Maybe you can incorporate some of your own spiritual practices. I always remind myself, Lana, you're doing your best today. You're doing your best today. Everything's working out for you because you're doing your best today. I am wishing you, as always, love, light, blessings, and a spirit guided day.